get one life like this.
My son, I take care of him in your absence, so he's always taken care of. So you're good. So you don't have to no worries.
And I'll tell you what, in all the years my son has stayed in your house, I've never heard any complaints about the food, Chef.
Thank you. That's what it's all about. It's all about the food. See, we got off topic, and I'm sorry for that, but I am not sorry for that because we needed to know a little bit more about this man. You know what I'm saying?
It's been a while since we've been in a room together.
Exactly. So this is all about the food. Now tell me, Frank, I know we all know that the kitchen is where food is made and food is introduced and all that stuff as well, because we wasn't born in restaurants and stuff like that. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm going to ask you a couple questions, and then I'm going to get a little bit more deeper and a little bit more adult as I go, but the questions are simple, just picking your head because this is my first guest and I want to know things about a home chef, even if you just grill food or you all about baking or all about, just making your own pastas, stuff like that, breads, whatever you want to do. This is what I'm all about. This is what I like to do. And this is what I started and founded my show on. Is all about things from scratch. Now tell me, I seen you make a lot of things. I scroll through your Instagram a little bit, seeing a little bit of pictures that you got there and all that. And what is your favorite thing that you love to do in the kitchen? It doesn't have to be cooking. In other words, it could be anything other than washing dishes and doing manual labor in the kitchen. What is it?
Favorite thing to do in the kitchen? Wow, that's a tough one because even though the kitchen is a place close to my heart, a place where a lot of fun happens, a lot of the time you're in the kitchen, you're not doing your favorite things, you have to do a lot of unfavorite things to get to a really amazing meal, or whatever you're preparing in the kitchen, right? So you go through a lot of hell. You go through a lot of, a good example is if you're making shrimp or something like that, let's say, right? Yeah. That takes a lot of work to prepare, but the outcome is worth it, right?
Of course.
So what my favorite thing to do in the kitchen? Wow. I mean, it would be cooking, of course. Currently, my favorite tool in the kitchen would be the cast iron skillet. So I love going off with a cast iron skillet right now. You give me a cast iron skillet that's well seasoned with some butter, and I can do magical things with that.
Awesome.
And that's coming from a guy who usually is more, let's go to the grill with this. Let's take this to the grill. Let's go to the grill, and the grill's amazing. I love my grills. Charcoal grills are amazing. Wood grills are amazing. But once I got into cast irons, it was kind of a new thing for me. Okay. My family never cooked on one. Being a child born in the 70s, growing up through the 80s, everything was Teflon coated pans. Everything was non-stick, Teflon coated. Some guy on QVC was selling you a 12 set for $18.99 free shipping, and your mom bought 8 of them to give away for Christmas, right?
Of course.
So we never had cast irons, but I'm pretty sure my grandmother or someone before, my great grandparents would have used them. And I started watching people online, and I started hearing about the health benefits of a cast iron. They apparently transfer actual iron, which is good for your blood. People take iron pills, right? Just to supplement for that kind of thing because they don't have enough iron in your diet, which makes you think, was man correct thousands of years ago when they used the cast iron to cook with, right? Like us going Teflon in the 80s and all that, that kind of like it made cooking easier. It made cleaning easier, but the flavors that I can get out of a cast iron skillet, par none. I'm talking, it's the secret to unlocking flavor out of your food,
Of course.
So cast iron skillet all day long. Get me in the kitchen with like some broccoli, some onions,
Gotcha.
Little soy sauce in there, some sugar. We'll do a little, maybe some adobo, so we get that Puerto Chino thing going.
Always gotta have that Puerto Rico because that's what I'm married to. Gotta have Puerto Rico in there somewhere all the time, And
I get down, man. I love cooking. I do like cooking.
Gotcha.
I do like it. Not that I like the jobs that I've had in the past,
Yeah.
far and few between, I've had a few cooking jobs.
Nice. That's good to hear.
And it taught me a lot. I learned a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I always tell people, there's a few things you should do in your life is become a cook, a chef somewhere,
Right.
and also work as a security guard for a nightclub, as weird as that sounds, because you learn so much. If you can do those jobs in your 20s, you learn so much about life and how people really are,
Okay. So you got the good and the bad.
The best thing about those places, both of those places have the best chefs. They always hire a 5-star chef. He's really 3 stars, but one time back in 1994, he got a Michelin star for being next to the guy that was next to the guy that was a sous chef.
There you go. I hear you.
They always have the best guys back there. They tell you the most amazing stories.
Right.
They cook you a meal, you know what I mean? And you learn, by kind of osmosis, by observation.
That is true, because if you catch the right nightclub and they got the bomb food,
oh man,
how can you not leave? You know what I'm saying?
You gotta go.